Match 3, can we play something that is not Blitz? This will be the greatest test in the history of Magic. Is there a player out there who is not just spamming Blitz? Because it is the most powerful deck in the format right now. Will we find the fabled player not playing Blitz? I'm sure it's a Tron player. But yeah, we will literally... Oy. Well, I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to look up also excuses on how to sideboard against Blitz, but I'm thinking that Deafening Silence is definitely one, and Deafening... The problem is with Deafening Silence and Fatal Push, which is what most people recommend needs to be sideboarded in, if we take those cards, we literally lose our wish board effectively. Alright, it's match 3, and we have a hand that is perfect against Blitz, which means because of MTGO's auto shuffler hating me, this is not Blitz. No, it's not, see? It's blue-black control. Probably. So, yep. We have the perfect anti-Blitz hand, which means that we are now playing against Esper fucking control. And I really did not want to play control matches here. I actually have a limited time. So they're just going to drop a Teferi here. Yep. Teferi or Narset, either one doesn't really bother me. Well, we'll just keep thinning out our deck. Yep, it is, as I said here, we literally gain the perfect hand that could kill a Blitz deck. Like, we have literally removal for every threat they could drop, and MTGO's randomizer gives us this hand when we play against control. The sad truth of MTGO's shuffler. No, I'm not saying this is bad, just saying. Snapcaster Mage into Opt. Okay with that. I actually am going to leave that. So the reason I'm going to leave that is we want to bait out the cryptics and all the other BS spells that they're holding. So what we want to do is force them here to get a 2-for-1. So what we'll do is we will make you discard, deal damage. Now there's no way they'll want... Oh, they discarded. Interesting. Fatal Push, interesting. Alright, Assassin's Trophy is also good. So we're going to shock here. And we're going to shock because what it might make them think is, what is he holding? Yep, so that will force them not to play on their turn. We will draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, make a treasure token. See if we can bait out a response. Oh, discard a Lightning Helix and a Clearing Wish. This pulls us up to 7 mana. Alright, so if we Clearing Wish here, this should respond with a counter. There's no way they let us wish. Yep. Cryptic. Counter draw. Yep, that's fine. like I said. Well, we can unmoored ego now for fun. See if we can get this on. Let's go with Teferi. I need to figure out how to spell this. Hold on. I'm going to actually pull up how to spell these cards because I do not know off the top of my head. Esper control. Let's see what they're running. Right. I. There we go. Hero of Dominaria. Yep. There we go. Aside from that, Archmage's Charm, Critic Commands, Kaya's Guiles, go for the Throat Esper Charm. Yep, so their basic win con is Teferi and Jace. And this is actually 1-for-1 the list that the opponent is playing. Interesting. Right. So I wonder how much these decks improve when they get the legit counterspell to just counter everything. So we have Assassin's Trophy to deal with that we can potentially sort out. So we know in their hand they have Esper Charm. Discard 2 cards. We will discard Vanishing Verse and Lightning Helix. And then we will play a Remnant 6 here, see if this resolves. According to this, they could have Logic Knot. No, Remnant 6 resolved. So we'll get back a land. Kaya's Guile, exile the graveyard to make a 1/1 spirit, that's fine. I can still plus this, so it's not a big deal to me. I suppose they can win with a spirit. Okay. Right, combat. Trying to kill Ren, trying to kill me. Assassin's Trophy. Black. Green. And he has another spell in hand to deal with it. Good lord. This was one of the biggest complaints I've always had about Celestial Colonnade, is why does it have Vigilance? I mean, I know why it has Vigilance, because it's designed for control players to not have to actually commit to anything and have counter magic up forever and ever and ever. Yep, here comes the Colonnade. So we are going to die in 5 turns here from the single Colonnade, I believe is the thing. Yes, Colonnade is a single run in this deck, from what I can see on the thing. Yep, we are just going to die here because we are flooded. I felt really good about the initial play with the... and it flies, doesn't it? Yeah, so it flies, so there's no way for me to... I am mad that the one-off thing they have in their hand here was the frigging Colonnade. That literally has made it so that they I can't believe they hit the one. That's made me so mad, considering how I played around I literally play around their entire thing and their whole jam lucky ass thing is that they had a colonnade in hand, and it was enough to do this. Culling Ritual won't do anything. No, we are going to die after sniping their win con. We lose to their one backup win con that they had. Wow. I'm actually mad at that. That has actually like legit made me pissed. Vanishing Verse doesn't hit anything in this deck. We need a second veto. Tyrant Scorn would have been good. Dreadbore. Assassin's Trophy is great if they don't have the perfect counter package like they always do. Dovin's pretty decent actually. Notion Thief would be great if we could find it. We'll bring in the other Notion Thief here and the other Unmoored Ego. We'll take out the Detention Sphere. And we'll take out a Glittering Wish. Yeah. That was just incredibly bad luck on our half. So like we're looking at, I've got a screenshot here of the actual deck that they have, and yeah, a single colonnade. My effing god, a single colonnade and a single Castle Vantress, and they had to hit the colonnade in their opening 7. Yeah, we don't. Okay, I'll keep this. I'm sure he's got like turn 1 Fort Season to turn 2 other. I'm just getting salty now because I cannot believe this. So they've brought in the sideboard cards. Probably going to be... What we need to do here is just go. Try and get a Ren 6 out early. And just keep upticking it. We don't have any synergy with it, but what we can do with it is just start upticking it, because if it does actually resolve, we can... Not resolve, sorry. If it does actually get to the late game with this card, we can at least buy us some time. We will pay 2 to keep this up, and then we'll plus it again. Basically, if we do get to the end game with this, we're not going to tap out ever here. We'll just play lands and keep ticking up Niv. Ren. So, what we got to do is just see what they do. Archmage Charm. Target player draws 2 cards. Well, I think this is as good a time as any to deploy an Ocean Thief and draw 2 cards off you. Thank you. And you can't Force of Negation this, because this is not a force. Sorry. Even if we lose the match, that made me feel good. That made me actually laugh my butt off. Control player literally, oh, I'm sorry. That control player literally just went, no, you can't have value. Or they realized, you know, in hindsight, they probably realized they can't actually kill Ren. That's what the desperation thing there was. They were trying to draw a way to bounce Ren to stop it going. That tickled me. I apologize. That's actually made up for the 2 and look, they're both in our opening hand again. We're not keeping out. If we draw a land, we're okay. Hand. We can keep this, and I mean, we're probably not resolving. Alright, we'll go here. I'm assuming we get 4 season anyway. Oh, no 4 season. Interesting. Oh, Notion Thiefing a control player is probably one of the greatest feelings in the world. Yeah, so this league has been pretty terrible because we do not have the relevant sideboard here to deal with. Alright, we will get the Indra Triome. it's always worth getting a triome over. Hey, there's my Notion Thief, buddy. So we're going to hold up the veto here for anything that they might try that's completely crazy. I don't think they have anything too crazy off the top of my head here. A lot of counterspell stuff. Yeah, we'll play the fetch land because we want to be able to fetch stuff down. We have plenty of stuff we can discard to Esper charm effects. So I'm assuming they must have... we'll pick up the Savage Charm. The one thing I've noticed here is because of like my budget constraint, because I was... we'll play a basic, which is also holding up 4 mana. Oh, we're gonna get to play are we playing the waiting game here? They probably want to drop to Fairy or something, or they're holding off a lot of counters, so this is going to be a interesting. So they're going to discard here. We'll play this to thin out the deck a bit more. Ah, so they put an Ether Gust in to deal with the Bring to Light. Godless Shrine. Well, there's a Kaya's Guile. Do we want to go for anything here? It is kind of a waiting game here right now, because they are clearly waiting for a 5th land to drop it to Fairy or to play a Jace with protection. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to exile all cards from each opponent's graveyard and create a 1/1 spirit token with flying. See if that can prompt anything out. Nope. So we'll just start hitting here. We should have really done that. Well, I suppose cleanup doesn't affect the stack as much. There's a Helix, which is pretty solid here. I think what we might do is go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So we can hold up for a mana leak here. Oh wait, no, we can't. We got only 1 blue, so we can't. Yeah, I've been fetching like a fool. We've only got 1 blue mana. Kaya's Guile, sack a creature, make a 1/1. Yep. Sack. You know what? We'll Helix you while you're on. White and red. Still only got 4 mana here. Alright, we could flash in the Notion Thief at the end of their turn to yeah, I think we do it this way. So if we... No, we only have the 1 blue. We can't risk losing... Alright, there's the Pillar of Perunes. So now we can bring to light. So what we need to do here, we need to bring to light... green and white. So we can bring to light here, bait out the counterspell. And if it's a alright, the veto's fine, because the veto, we have the second bring to light, we still have a Notion Thief if they want to do something crazy. No, interesting. How many vetoes do they actually run in the deck? they were on the single veto. So we can try again here. Green and white. Alright, so we will veto your card here. We'll get the Niv. Or do we get the Valky? Valky is an immediate thing they must answer. Yeah, we'll get Valky here, because Niv just dies to removal. Valky draws us immediately 2 cards, and there's a Fort Seize. I think our player just conceded. Yep, okay. So we win a match with a hilarious Notion Thief interaction, but that's 3 games down. We'll come back in a bit. I'm going to take a little break before I finish these.